Here we go. Does he get those wonderful toys?
Are you playing in the bathtub with your little doll? Action figure!
You can do it, Wonder Wheel. I don't want to go through life being a Wonder Wheel mother.
Hey everybody, what's going on? And here we go. It's toy time again, and I hope that you're all doing well with another episode of Collectable Past, getting ready to get into those toys that break us. As we know as collectors, there's always certain toys that make our day and can break our day. So it's always one of those things. I found something towards the end of the show that absolutely broke my day a little bit, but we'll get into that later on. Say hello to everybody in the chat real quick. What's going on, Superfan Adam Shawhan? I hope that you're doing well. I hope you can make it. If not, it's understandable. Everybody's having issues today. Shifty can't make it today. He's got something else scheduled, and he's helping some people out. So no show for him today, but I'm sure in either next week or the week after he'll be back. What's going on, Chaos Hoy? Good to see you. What's up, Keely Chow? DJ Play Nice, what's going on, buddy? Thank you. Thank you. I hope that you're all doing well. And everybody else, Gap After Dark, what's going on, Gap? What's going on? Soul Assassin also just came in too. Hey, y'all. We're going to be in and out, modding 2 streams. Man, I know what that's like. The worst I ever did was 5 streams at once, Soul Assassin. Just remember, keep your eyes on a swivel and a lot of Visine because it will burn your retinas out. But guys, thank you for being here. Remember to share the stream out. Let everybody know we're going on. If you can, absolutely go by everybody's channel. Subscribe to the channel. It's not going to cost you a damn dime. I promise you, this pig will not lie. I can't lie. I got too many paws on the ground. I got no time for lying. I might slip and fall. Anyway, guys, thank you for being here, and we're going to get into some toy stuff. But first, of course, let's talk about our panel. So, of course, we got Vinnie Art. What's going on,
everybody? Yeah, some stuff. We got some cool things to show. I'm kind of, you were teasing something before we started, so I'm very curious about that. But I know it's going to be for later. But looking forward to seeing what that is. And you said you saw something that broke you or broke the bank?
It broke my mind at how stupid it was. Yeah, I was like, oh, you got to be kidding me. Like, it's one of those moments. I was like, woof.
Well, should be interesting for sure. And, yeah, like I said, we got a couple of cool things to show. But hell yeah, man. Hello, everyone.
Awesome. And, of course, we also got our other panels. We got Slasher, McSplitter, ready to begin the fun times. Super ecstatic. This guy is always full of energy and joy. What's going on, Slasher?
What's up? What's up, Tommy? What's up, Vinny? What's up, chat?
Hey, buddy.
Happy Thursday.
Yeah, man. Happy Thursday indeed. Toy time is always a good time. It was a good time. What's going on, Decepticon, man? Good to see you, man. Decepticon over there always doing stuff on Whatnot, man. I hope everything's going well. Y'all talk about Transformers Cartoon on YouTube. Comes out this weekend, 36 episodes. Nice. Yeah, I have my whole collection of that, so I got no worries. I could watch it on Tubi, too, anytime I want. They got all of them sitting over there. But, yeah, man. Here we go. Let's get into some toy stuff, and I'm going to kick it off like I usually do with Indy, because Indy is the pig that always brings everything that's old school. So let's get into it. Let's start off the show right with Indy's toy history lesson. Pig, are you ready?
Welcome, one and all. I am your Professor, Indy, of the Guinea Pig Collective. And now, we are going to get into some toy history. On today's toy history lesson, we'll be looking at another defunct toy line that wasn't around for very long. Some remember it with fondness, others barely remember this one at all. We will be talking about Black Star. Now, the Black Star toy line was released by Galoob in 1983, but that is not where its origins start. This one was based on the short-lived Filmation animated series called Black Star from September 12th of 1981 to December 5th of 1981. The show, which blended science fiction and fantasy, followed astronaut John Blackstar, who crashes on the planet Sagar. Well, the laser light feature is a sparking flint mechanism that created a light-up effect in the chest when it was activated. 3 series of Black Star figures were created up until 1985 when the shortened run was ended. Overall, only 6 vehicles and playsets were produced, even though there were variations in colors, and some might say there was more. No, there were only 6, with a couple different color variances that wound up being released. Each figure was packaged with a Trobit or a Demon, as well as individually, because Trobits were also individually packaged, and there was a 4-pack gift set released dubbed the Trobits of the Zangar Tree. Another one that should have done very well considering the action figures that were on the toy shelves at the time, but with no cartoon to continually promote Black Star since it ended in 1981 and it was so short-lived, there was no way that this toy line was going to be able to have any kind of longevity. Whether or not we see this one being recommissioned and brought back to life like so many other toy lines have been recently, only time will tell. Do you remember Black Star? Thank you for joining me, Indy, on this toy history lesson.
There you go, Slasher. You asked for it and you got it, buddy. This one was actually requested by Slasher to a degree. Going over toy lines I haven't covered, and he was picking his brain for it because I seem to have gone through so many. But thank you for that.
Yeah, thank you. That was awesome. So did I hear that correctly, that it was a cartoon before they made the toys?
Right, yeah. It ended in 1981. They didn't create the toy line until 85, so...
85?
Yeah.
Okay. Jesus. What, like... So, was the cartoon still going on? It wasn't still going on when they made it.
No, the cartoon series ended the same year. It
Yeah.
one season, yeah.
What did they say? Comedy is about timing. Holy
it was like the three-headed marketing attack. It was the toys, comic, cartoon, right?
Right, yeah, that was something.
They occasionally like switch one of those things for like cereal or something like that. That's fucking weird, man.
Yeah, it is.
Well, you know, as I've gone through a lot of these older toy franchises, I've actually run into this a few different times. So whether it was the toy line came out first and had already ended, and then they made a cartoon way after the fact, I've seen this a few times. And this is why a lot of these other lines that were done by like Galoob and a lot of these other companies, why they didn't work. So, I mean, Hasbro was the first one to use that 3-prong attack of, you know, all media that they could possibly hit along with the toy line. And then some of the other companies smartly paid attention, like Mattel paid attention. That's why, you know, He-Man and the Master Universe came right on the tail of Masters Universe toy line. They did the same thing with Mask and a few other ones like that. Like some of these companies paid attention, other ones not so much. I mean,
all right. So since you've been like ripping through these, like we're going through this massive fucking wasteland of like one and done toy series, and right? Don't you think that like, all right, like mid 80s to late 80s, early 90s, right? Don't you think a lot of these companies, they could have did themselves a big favor had they did video games, like home ports of some of these franchises?
Well, that's a funny thing. A lot of them did, but a lot of those games came out in the old PC, the floppy disk and everything. And it just
that's the thing, though.
Yeah.
They should have had fucking cartridges of this shit, you know? Like there was no Thundercats fucking NES or even Masters. I don't know if there was a Thundercats Master System game.
That's what I mean.
But
It's
I know
like
there was no NES one.
Timing is just it just was off by that, because by the mid to late 90s we started getting more video game type things, or it's like it would have flown perfectly. I think that's why like Ninja Turtles was so well, because there was a series of games that came out along with the toys in the cartoon. You know, around the same time
system of the arcade too. You know.
Well, Playmate, real quick. What's going on? Happy Dinosaur popping in the chat, and Frankie Knows also there. I remember some Black Stars, MJ Prince, and Sammy Davis Jr. What's going on, man? Well, that was the one thing that was really smart about Playmates when they did Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. So they already had the deal inked in '87, but they refused to go even into production of the toys until there was a cartoon out first, because they wanted to build hype for the figures before they came out. That's why the figures, they already had the idea, the conceptualization, what the Turtles were going to look like as toys before they even started, but they weren't going to go into full production until after the cartoon. So they put the cartoon out first. Then they finally went into full scale production. Even like I said, they already had the blueprint down with all the figures. That's why they look so much different than the cartoon, because they were already pre-designed. They knew what they were going to do, but they refused to do it without some kind of marketing in front of it, which was very smartly done on their part, because it was such a huge success for the Turtles when the toys wound up hitting the toy shelves like Toys R Us, Kitty City, and all those other big places at the time. So,
well, there were companies that did wise up a little later on, though, because like I'll just go for like the years of it, like 1990 or 1989, whenever the fucking Swamp Thing cartoon came out, and whenever Captain Planet came out. Those two franchises actually were smart enough to have NES games, even though I didn't really play the Captain Power one too much. But Swamp Thing is one of the most god awful NES games you'll ever play. But remember when they tried to make Swamp Thing like a thing in the 90s? They had a TV show, a cartoon, toys.
Yeah, it's weird.
It's just one of those characters, that character's better rooted in a little bit of a darker story, and not so much lighthearted, and that's why I don't think it worked. I mean, you could say the same thing about the Toxic Avenger. I mean, it is kind of more of a comedy, but that never really caught on either, because the original story that was but it was a little bit darker of a story. So I mean, going that lighthearted and making a comedy just doesn't work. What's going on, Pop Culture Minefield? What's up?
Hey, what's up? The TV show wasn't a comedy. The TV show, the 90s TV show, I think it was our fucking USA. That wasn't a comedy. It was like supposed to be darker stories and shit.
Okay.
Hey, what up, Cotton?
What's up?
What's up, man? How you doing?
Happy Dinosaurs. I only remember when Swamp Thing had a cartoon. Yeah. His theme song was a parody of Wild Thing.
Yeah, that was when they put the toy line out. Like the 4 different Swamp Things.
And I don't think those toys looked that bad. I remember
they were pretty cool.
Dark Swamp Thing. Yeah.
I thought they were pretty cool.
Interesting concept. It just didn't work at the time.
Were they like around 4.5 inches and kind of like
they were like the same size as Kenner Superpowers.
Yeah, but they were like thick little things, weren't they?
Yeah.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah, I sort of remember them.
And the bad guys came with these like fucking monster heads that you put on all of them.
Okay, yeah. Wow. Man, some of this shit, I forget how many things came out.
Yeah, the fucking theme song was a ripoff of Wild Thing. It's
Yeah.
Swamp Thing.
Well,
You are amazing.
I think that's one of the things that I have so much fun when I'm going
Really
back and
bad.
I'm doing toys from the past or the Indy's toy history lesson is just like going back and like, oh damn, yeah, I remember that one. Or you get a few of them. It's like I vaguely remember them, and because they were like flash in the pans and they were gone so quick. So it's kind of like it's fun to revisit a lot of this stuff. And you know what? Like a lot of these other toy companies are doing that, like Nacelle, with everything they're doing with, Power Lord and Robo Force and all these other lines, Biker Mice from Mars and so on and so on, Moo Mesa and all those things. I mean, they're paying attention. They're bringing a lot of these back. Some of these are doing okay. Some of them are not doing all that great. But just the idea that they're realizing there really isn't nothing new out there, and people are pining for some of the older stuff. I mean, they even brought back Barnyard Animals. I never in my life thought to see a reboot of Barnyard Animals, but
Barnyard Commandos.
Barnyard Commandos. Sorry, yeah.
Yeah, that sounded like it was a hit back in the day. What the fuck?
Ridiculous Toxie toys, right? Probably. You never know. What's going on, Steve? Man, good to see you. Good to see you.
What's up, man?
Hope you're all doing well. Speaking of toys, I find it interesting that toys resurrect older toy series. Yeah, but that's the thing.
Even the Flash in the Pan ones, like the Flash in the Pan ones are being resurrected. I don't know. That's not really too smart. I don't think.
Well, I mean, I think it's interesting when they do them justice. Like I seen the Street Shark figures, and I was never huge on the Street Sharks when they first came out, but I seen the re-releases of them with all the articulation and there's a little bit more detailing in them. I think they look pretty sharp. I mean, if I had the extra money, I might pick them up, but I think they're $25 a piece or something.
All right. Granted, I like the Cops toys and the cartoon, but it was not a success. It didn't last long. I think they only made like 2 waves of fucking figures, maybe 3. I don't know, but it didn't last long. But I see they remade them. Like it's not.
Yeah, they're starting to get them off the ground.
Already did, Happy. Already did. At least the toys.
Yeah, but they're not chrome like they used to be, right? They're not all chromed out.
No,
right? They're just silver.
I thought there was a company that did do a couple of them like that.
Was it Mexico?
I think there's 2 different companies tackling them. I know Super 7 had a couple of versions because I seen them at that one toy store that's near me. They had both versions. They had like the flat gray colors.
Why would anyone get the painted ones?
Well, the thing is, I think it still has the same problem where it could chip off.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, I don't know. And depending, you know how Super 7 is, they're never reliable figures. They look great, but they have their issues.
What's up, Adam?
Hey, Adam.
What up, Adam?
Hey, what's up?
This guy is Merman Burger.
That's Meat Merman, sir. Meatball Merman.
Murmur meat.
Merman balls. Yes.
That's great.
No, we can't do it. We can't do it like that. Hold on 1 second, Adam, before you say any more. Slasher, do the merman.
What's up, Adam? How you doing? Yeah, we're never gonna get to finish that shit, are we?
Maybe one day. We gotta
bring it back.
Everybody, yeah.
That was fun. Yeah. That was fun doing that, man. I miss us doing that.
Yeah, Slasher, you were killing it with those. Holy shit!
Adam, yeah, go. I'm sorry, buddy. Go ahead.
No. Just no internet. So using data. So it just took a while. So to get the damn thing to work and get everything on the phone. Then I had to go search for the link again. So, but yeah, hello. I'm tardy, but here.
That's all right. That's all right, man. We're not punching clocks here. I mean, I am very punctual at my start times. So if people see that I'm more than 5 minutes late, they think maybe something happened to me, like I got ran over by a dump truck or something. Pop culture minefield. I was explaining Gumby and Pokey to my fiance today, and how I loved and owned the rubber opposable toys. Yeah, those little bendies and stuff. Yeah, I still have a Gumby and a Pokey sitting back there somewhere, and they're still in one piece, surprisingly.
I think I was like the only one in my fucking school that didn't have those fucking toys. I didn't I had the giant talking Pee Wee Herman. I know a bunch of people had that shit.
At the well, I didn't have we had it for a day. It was a gift for someone else. Inspector Gadget.
Yeah, that one too was awesome. Oh yeah, he came with a lot of shit, right?
Yeah, he came with a ton of stuff. It was almost like the 1/6 scale figures, like those 12-inch ones, where like you slide them out of the box and there's just a ton of stuff all along the sides. They all swap out parts. Dude, yeah, back in the day, that was something else.
There was just Inspector Gadget, right? There was nothing else in that toy line.
From what I'm aware of, yeah. I think later they had smaller figures that were cheap. And it was like, I don't know, 4 different versions of Inspector Gadget.
Yeah, because I don't remember a small Inspector Gadget figure from back in the day. It
no, not back in the
giant one.
No.
It was just like the Pee Wee Herman doll.
I think so, something like that.
I think there was a fucking MC Hammer doll, too, like that.
Oh, damn.
Well, it was like those Mr. T dolls that they did, which we
have.
The
big talking ones.
Well, I don't remember if that one talked or not, but it was just, it had like the soft cloth goods on, like the overall, the blue overalls with the weird pull-up socks or whatever.
Yeah, the only
I remember I remember the A-Team ones.
Yeah, I had both the A-Team ones. I had the I even I got the pack of the G.I. Joe size ones.
Oh wow!
No, not the A-Team. I'm talking the one.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yeah,
yeah, the Mr.
He has the
show.
Overalls, right? He has the fucking the blue suspenders. Yeah.
We never had those, but yeah, like I said, we had the A-Team ones. They were around the same size as the Rambo ones.
They were a little, they were a little bit shorter than the Rambo ones.
Yeah. Pretty cool.
Yeah. I remember that pop culture minefield where he called him Gumby. Yep.
Yeah, those A-Team figures came with a lot of shit too, man. They had fucking toolboxes with like full of. It was like you're supposed to fill up the toolbox with all the shit they give you. That was fucking awesome.
Yeah, man. Happy Dinosaur. He said he finds it interesting when the lore is a little bit dependent on the country, and he said the Micronauts. Yeah, that's a thing. Like Japan, when they originally came out with Microman. Yeah. So the Microman figures were actually based off a line that they had previously, which was called the Henshin Cyborg line when they shrunk it down. So there's even a little bit more to that backstory. I talked about it in the Transformers history and lore because there was an awful lot Takara did with that stuff. I mean, they took G.I. Joe 12-inch figures, turned them into these Henshin Cyborgs. Then you had the oil crisis. They shrunk them down to Micromen so they could start making vehicles, play sets, and all that shit, and then be a little bit more affordable. Because obviously you can't make that kind of stuff for a 12-inch figure because it's just ridiculously overpriced. And yeah, man, it just blew up from there, and it created Microchange, Diaclone, which led to the Transformers. I mean, it's really interesting shit. I mean, Takara doesn't get enough credit for everything they do. I mean, everybody thinks Transformers. They look at Hasbro. They almost always forget about Takara, man. It started with Takara, and most people seem to just forget that, or maybe they're not old enough to remember it, or maybe you're not paying attention to this pig.
In which case, they're wrong.
You're wrong.
You're wrong. Listen to the pig.
The pig is almost always right. Very rarely am I wrong, but if I am wrong, I will admit it. But let's get on some more with some toy show off. This is one I talked to Vinnie and everybody here on the panel that I had in the works and that I was going to be showing it off this week. Something that I don't normally buy, something I don't normally show off, but this one was done because one of the pigs in the collective. So when it comes to the pigs, I'm willing to cross certain lines that I normally wouldn't. But here we go. There's a 2-part review. We'll show the first part. We'll get in a little bit of discussion now to show the second part. Guys, what do you think of this one? Indy is back again. Yeah, that's right. Indy's here with us because Indy is ready to show off something that has to do with his namesake, right, Indy?
Welcome back with me, Indy, the archaeological pig. And what are we looking at? My namesake. That's right, named after Indiana Jones. And here we go with the Adventure series from Hasbro. One that has been sitting in the back for quite some time. So many of these we got dirt cheap. And this one, well, this one was a must because of me. Here we go with all the ones that are in the original Raiders of the Lost Ark from this Adventure series. So we got all of them, and we can wind up building the Ark artifact.
Wait,
tell you everything.
Yes, I know you will.
And here we go with Indy in a stationary pose on the dial. The overall likeness of this one isn't bad. He's kind of got that slashed over look just like he did in the movie. The colors are pretty accurate. So let's go ahead. We're going to stop that dial. We're going to bring it in and look at some of the paint applications on there. They look pretty good. The likeness of the face could have been better. It's not too bad. I've seen much worse on other figures. They even got stuff like the little gold trim on the buckle running across his chest for the satchel. They got that, including the one down on his waist for the gun belt. And here we go with Indy in a little bit of pose, grabbing his hat, looking up. You can see the little loop that's supposed to hold the bullwhip does not stay snapped and falls right off. Big fail right there, Hasbro. Big fail. It's always the finer details with Hasbro where they miss shit. Like, how do you not make it so that loop can stay on there? Tommy tried to get that thing on there many times and it won't. It's same thing with the gun. We got it off. We're not sure if we can get that thing back on again, but the gun does fit neatly into the holster. The articulation ain't bad. He's got just over a 90-degree bend on that knee. It would have been better with double joints. He also does have a little bit of a twist there at the knee as well. He's got the twist up at the top of the thigh, rock and pivot down in the feet. He's got a decent diaphragm in the waist. Probably would have been better with a double cut diaphragm, but did he really need it? So he has two movements at the head. So he's got the ball at the top of the head, and then the neck moves down as well at the base. So you get double movement. The arms move up that far, and of course they spin all the way around. He's got a single jointed elbow that just bends over 90 degrees. It does have a little bit of pivot in those hands, but it is so minute. I don't know how they missed the ball on that one. That's just terrible. There's also a turn right there at the elbow.
After these messages, we'll be right back.
I'm okay.
Go ahead.
On this. Yeah.
Trash post strikes again.
Yeah, I have my problems with this. With the technology that we have now and that this same company has been doing for other figures, this feels really dumbed down and baby-like. I myself have that stupid one too, and I was massively disappointed. That's why I did not get the full series. I got like 2 or 3 figures, and that's it. I was really bummed out with them. I hate that they went with the Black Series type of designs.
Mm-hmm.
The same production team, rather, because it's really, it feels more like they're geared towards little kids. And that is not the audience for those figures. I'm sorry, they're just not. These characters are a couple of decades old. Kids aren't buying this stuff. Kids aren't watching these movies. It's people that are closer to our age and a little bit younger. And I'm sorry, you should have made these things at a higher caliber. We've seen G.I. Joes that are better. We've seen Marvel Legends that are better. The face printing technology, all that stuff that they put on like the MCU figures, blow this out of the water.
Jada Toys blows it out of the water.
Yep. Jada Toys does as well. But I was just trying to compare it to something that you know that they actually do likenesses.
Right.
But that's why I'm really bummed with it, because it's a series that I really wanted to get, and when I saw them in person, they looked like shit. You know? Yeah,
Soul Assassin, yeah. NECA, yeah. Super 7, no thanks. What all the problems I've seen with those Super 7 figures, no thank you. Yeah. But Super, for NECA, yeah, maybe, or Jada. Like, if Jada was to get this, I think they would absolutely crush it. And what's going on Daytona Falls?
Yep. What's up, Daytona? What's up, man?
It's actually an eyeball and a fork.
What,
16 figures look so clunky. I'm pretty sure you're the only one with something that could be considered a crown, at least I'm assuming.
Okay.
Soul Assassin also said, I've seen videos customizers have made indie figures much better than Lazy Hasbro. Yeah.
That's good, yeah.
You know what, though? Here's the thing with this one. It's not the worst thing I've ever seen. It definitely should have been better, and it could have been better. And I think I get into that into the second half. Yeah, everything's got to be a reboot anymore, and everybody's tired of it. Indy does deserve a Brussels sprout. He is a good reviewer. He is the best. He absolutely is. And Chaos said, yeah, you know, our Indy, he taught Laura Croft everything she knows. If it wasn't for our Indy of the collective, she would know jack shit.
Yeah.
But,
she taught Nathan Fillion from Uncharted. It's amazing. I'm sorry, but, Nathan Drake, that's it.
the one about this one, if you can get this one on the cheap, I still don't think it's that bad of a grab. Like, it wasn't Ollie's for $9.99, but they sold out pretty damn quickly.
Yeah. Well, for that price, if you're a fan and you just want it in your collection, like, I get it. You know, like, I think I got mine on the discount as well. That's one of the reasons why I got it. But same deal. I just, like, it was disappointing. You shouldn't have big, huge, like those discs, you know, for the like the elbows and the knees and stuff like that. Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah, the Nathan Fillion Uncharted fan film was amazing. That should have been a full movie, by the way. I think I reviewed that figure already too. I have 2 different figures of that character. Awesome stuff. But yeah, to me, it's a shame. We know the quality that they could put out, and they half-assed it. And you can tell, too, when it's just like the solid plastic with almost no wash on it, no dry brush, or it's like very minimal. So it's like we're just going to, we're going to mold the pants one solid color, the shoes one solid color. We might put a little shit smear on his jacket. We'll call it a day. Like, no.
Well, I don't know. The one I got, so there was some paint washes on like the hat, the jacket, and the shoes. Yeah, on the shoes, but like if you're talking about like the shirt and the pants and everything, they did slack out there. Absolutely.
Yep. Yeah, it's disappointing.
But that loop that holds that bullwhip, boy, that agitated. I tried getting that thing to click in without the whip, with the whip. Mm-hmm. You know, I tried. I was like one step away from freaking putting glue in there and try to freaking make the hole smaller so maybe this thing would fit. Or Adam's having problems with the internet, buddy. I know how it is. Yeah. It's okay, Mr. Nipple. You're with us here right now. But let me go ahead and get into the second half of this where I finish breaking this one down, and then we can move on from Indiana Jones. So here we go.
Now, back to our program.
And here we go with Indy. He can get down into a kneeling position, holding his gun with his trigger finger. And here he goes with his bullwhip. Yeah, we tried to stretch this bullwhip out, so that's a secondary hand that's holding the whip and a secondary punching hand that's on the other hand. But that bullwhip, no matter what you do, that thing just coils right back up. Why they didn't put a wire in there is beyond me. And here we go with Indy. He's getting ready to grab that idol. He's got his bag of sand and he's trying to measure it out, taking a good guess at that weight. But the little idol piece that comes with him, that's pretty cool. Little golden idol. It's kind of hard to focus in right there. Get it focused on me. There it is. Not bad. The detailing's there. It's painted all the way around and sculpted all the way around as well. And here we go with his other 2 pieces he comes with. He comes with 2 pieces of the Ark. He comes with the 2 cherubs that sits on the cover of the Ark. And here we go with the Ark fully assembled. Indy looking away because he doesn't want to get his retinas burned out. Overall, the piecing of this thing together is not too bad, but there are a few fails on this. The way they packaged the cheap packaging with the paper and the cardboard. Now you can see some of the poles are all bent to hell up. They came with Belloc, all the poles for the Ark. The rest of it, not too bad. There wasn't a lot of warpage on the rest of it, and the paint and the detailing that they put in it are not bad. They could have added more, but I think it suffices what they did with this one. Overall, a nice build piece for this set. And here we go with our final rundown and thoughts on this Indiana Jones Adventure Series figure from Raiders of the Lost Ark. The likeness could have been a little bit better. It's not the worst I've seen, but it could have been a little bit better. Some of the articulation definitely could have been done better. They've proven that they could do it on their G.I. Joe figures. This one is very weak in the articulation, kind of like their Black Series figures from Star Wars. The loop for the whip not holding and the whip not being able to do anything except being curlicued. It should have been a bendy wire. That is also a big miss. Overall, the best that we can give this one is a 7.5 out of 10. This one should have and could have been so much better.
Dr. Jones, we have top men working on it right now.
But obviously, Hasbro doesn't have any top men working on it right now.
I was going to say that. I wish they had their top men working on it. What a disappointment.
Yeah, the only reason I gave it 7.5 because I really love the Indiana Jones, the original movie. I mean, obviously, one of the pigs is named Indy. So, I mean, this is one of those franchises I've really enjoyed. And I still enjoy the original. I've got the original movies, you know, of course, on freaking physical media because that's the only way to go. Mm-hmm. It's nice having a more modern version because I've got the old 12-inch, 11-inch, 12-inch tall, like doll-like one that they made back in the day. I have that one, but unfortunately missing the idol because when my dad got it secondhand, I think the idol wasn't there. Yeah, but it's got the gun, it's got the bullwhip, it's got that stupid felt hat that original one came with, and then I still have the little 3 3/4 inch ones that I think it was Kenner did.
Okay, nice.
But you know, to have something at least a little bit more articulated, those was nice. Mm-hmm. It's still, yeah, it does miss a lot of marks and. Yeah. I mean, I almost want to say it's more like a 6.5 to 7 than a 7.5. But, I mean, it was just still nice to have something that was a little bit more modern. I just wish they would have got it right.
Same.
Yeah, Indy is so funny. He'll raise the rating of a toy if it has the same name as him. You know, I'm going to have to talk to that pig about this. Let's keep it fair, Indy. Just because it's your namesake doesn't mean you get to run that scale all the way up. But I think I hit on most of the same things you were talking about too, like especially the articulation. I mean, it's probably the best movement that they have in that thing is in the knee. Like, I mean, other than the head. I mean, the waist. You know, they got a ball diaphragm in there, but it doesn't give a whole lot of movement. I mean,
it looks weird. You know what? You know what that whole stomach situation reminds me of? Remember, like those commercials with what's it? Gloria from. What is the name of that show? Archie Bunker.
Gloria.
Remember she walked around. She's like, "Could you help feed these homeless kids and stuff?"
The freaking feed the.
It looked like those little Ethiopian kids where like the stomach is like bowed out a bit. Like that's what the articulation looks like for his midsection. Like because the whole centerpiece, like his chest, if you even move the coat a little bit. How narrow everything is. Like Harrison Ford wasn't like a super thin guy or anything. You know what I mean? Especially in the second movie, like he put on some size too. But it you know what I'm talking about?
No, I'm laughing. I'm happy.
What's that?
To be fair, the toy moves as well as Harrison Ford now. You're not wrong.
That's because I injured myself.
In the next movie,
all your mom.
I heard in the next movie, Indiana Jones is going to be looking for Harrison Ford.
Jeez. Yeah, I don't know. It's just disappointing what they did.
Indiana Jones in the bedpan of doom.
Yeah.
Indiana Jones and the nurse is stealing my money.
Indiana Jones and the Incontinent Temple.
Indiana Jones and the rating of the pudding cups.
Oh, shit. Are we going to be paying for that as well like we did the last movie?
Probably. Failure is Disney's speciality. It absolutely is. But yeah, man, that's what I have for our opening salvo on tonight's toy stream. Guys, I hope that you're all enjoying yourselves. Remember, go ahead and share any links that are out there. I know super fan Adam Shawhan, who unfortunately is having the internet issues again. I understand, buddy. I understand. He had shared a link over there on TwitTwat earlier, and I'd reposted. So, guys, go ahead. Be sure to share that out there because it's always the games with YouTube, week after week, month after month. And so many of us have found out they like to play games, whether it's stealing subs, watch hours, or views. They just can't help themselves. But we really do hope that you're enjoying yourselves. And I am going to hand it over to my co-hosts. And I guess, Vinnie, are you first up, or is it Slasher this week? I never know with you guys. I don't know who won the knife fight in the back when I was playing that video.
I'm still bleeding. I think Slasher won. Slasher
won. Sure, why not? So, I actually opened some Marvel figures I got this week. But there's a reason, because these motherfuckers, they were opened already because someone had taken the Build-A-Figure out. $10 a piece. 2 characters that I've never, ever fucking heard of until I've seen these figures. And I find out they're from the fucking 70s. This fucking guy, Despair, I've never, ever seen this guy before. But
I think if you take the mask off, Chris Fisk is under that. No, I'm kidding.
But he looks fucking awesome. And look,
that's pretty cool.
He's got kind of like a bit of like a Bizarro-ish, like, you know, like the indents on his face and shit. One thing that sucks about him is the cape is way too heavy. Way too fucking heavy.
Is it glued in?
No. You have to pop his head off and put the cape on.
Gotcha.
The cape is in the plastic behind this plastic.
What?
Yeah, in the packaging, yes. That's funny. The cape is in its own fucking bubble behind it.
I've never seen this thing before. Wow.
This character? Have you ever seen this character?
I haven't seen the character, and I've never seen that Marvel Legends figure.
Yeah. So 1978, this character fucking came out. Never fucking knew of him. Looking at the lineup of the rest of the figures, I'm gonna guess he's a Doctor Strange villain.
Okay. Oh, that's the way he came out in. Okay.
Yeah. I had the Sleepwalker figure. See, nice. This is weird because, okay, obviously there's a Build-A-Figure piece in there. There's a misprint here because Despair is marked as not being one of the figures that you see how everyone else is purple.
Oh, it's the numbers. It's the numbers.
Yeah, and look at his number 5.
Right.
His number is not on there.
Wait, 5 wasn't there? I thought it's the right leg.
No. Nope. Oh wait. Okay. But then why is he not? Because look, it's supposed to be. Oh no,
the purple. The purple is all the Doctor Strange line, and the 2 in the end aren't.
Oh, okay. So it's like they did it with the Guardians of the Galaxy figures.
Yeah, the first one's the Doctor Strange.
Now I see it's the way that it's the way that they started throwing random characters in the Guardians of the Galaxy series. Okay, now I see what you're saying.
Yeah, because the first one that has no number is Doctor Strange because he's, I guess, the one that they put the most of.
Okay, yeah, I didn't even realize. I didn't even remember that the Sleepwalker figure I had even had a friggin' Build-A-Piece. But yeah, he looks cool. I like him. He's got like a fucking
the black and white is good.
Cobra Kai, Papa Shango look going on. I like it.
Yeah.
The cape sucks though. It's too heavy. It's too heavy, and his standing is friggin' weird.
I still understand
you have
why
to do some really stupid thing with his, like, you have to put his legs in a really weird pose to get him to stand up. Usually figures like this, you could at least have the cape as a bit of a, use it as a bit of a stand.
Like a tripod.
But no, this isn't. That's not strong enough to hold the whole figure up.
They should have just went with a cloth one. I still understand why they won't do that.
Yeah. Dude, I haven't seen any of the newer Marvel figures where the capes are cloth.
Yeah.
That's what I've seen.
That's what I mean. That Marvel Legends, they've never done it yet. I don't know why.
But $10, why not?
Yeah, for 10, that's.
And I don't really care for Build-A-Figure piece anyway. I don't want this green Minotaur dude.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he looks retarded.
What's his fucking name? Rintra. There you go. Yeah, Chris was telling me that it was a Doctor Strange. Because sometimes the Build-A-Figure have nothing to do with the line of the fucking figure.
Yeah. I think he was like a background character in one of those stupid movies.
Probably. They got the fat guy, and fucking 2 versions of Benedict Cumberbatch here.
Yeah.
But this guy, see, he also came with no Build-A-Figure piece, and I opened it because these boxes are awful for display.
Yeah, they're terrible.
This is fucking so stupid.
Yep.
But I like the way this character looked. Crossfire, another guy I never fucking heard of. Came out in 1979, I think they said.
Can you guys can you hear me?
Yeah.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, I don't know because I'm trying to get that upload going and everything is kind of roboting. I actually seen that figure over in Ollie's for $9.99.
This one? Oh, okay. I paid a penny more.
Yep, they still have them.
But he had the piece to that character I don't give a flying fuck about. Why would I want to build this fucking character?
Casey Lang.
Isn't she
Ant-Man.
related to Ant-Man or something?
Yeah.
I don't fucking know. But these boxes are awful. But this character looks cool. But he was another one that was kind of weird trying to stand up. I had to like really fucking keep bending his feet.
That's much nicer.
His toes were just going south like this the whole time. You see how it's still kind of slanted downward. Right?
Yeah, they did. Yeah. Again, in person, that looks a lot better than that stupid promo image on the box.
Yeah, exactly. So stupid that they do this. But he also, he came with 2 effects to put on his gun.
Tallbat says, play with that foot slasher.
What's up, Tallbat? How you doing, man?
Oh, man.
But, the 2 effects. Yeah, the neuropathy in my hand won't let me get these fucking pieces in the gun, properly.
Oh, but he does come with them. That's good. That's cool.
Yeah. But I don't know. I like this guy.
Yeah.
He looks cool.
Pretty sweet.
I've never seen him before. Never heard of this character. I remember seeing the picture of this figure maybe like last year or something. And that's the first time I ever saw this guy. But another fucking character from the fucking 70s.
That's pretty cool.
They don't have the other lineup of figures though. Which is kind of dumb because you have a Build-A-Figure piece.
Yeah. Are the boots they're not sculpted, right? It's just paint.
You mean like the cross on it?
Yeah.
The cross on it's paint. Okay. His belt is its own piece though. You see how his belt's kind of sticking out like that? And this is one dumb thing too. You see the line, the paint line. Like how it just fucking curves right there, but then the rest of it goes. Why not just make it all the way?
Exactly.
But I like this guy. He's cool. He looks like he would be a good Cable villain or something.
Yeah, something like that. Not bad. I bet a lot of people could probably get a good Daredevil out of that.
Yeah, he looks like he would be good custom fodder.
What about? I'm not roboting, am I?
No.
Okay. What about Deadshot?
Yeah, a bit like Deadshot too.
Yeah, that would work.
You can almost customize them into a huge G.I. Joe, the rescue one.
Deadshot has the thing over his right eye instead of his left eye.
Okay. What were you saying, Adam?
You could almost turn him into an original G.I. Joe. He could be the rescue G.I. Joe that was red and white.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
Or I could see it like
you
sand down the white thing on his on the top of his head, and he'd be actually. You could probably get a Dr. Mindbender out of this with some work.
Possibly.
The monocle.
But that figure's going to be coming out soon.
Dr. Mindbender? I thought they already had him.
No, they put him on card. He was a San Diego exclusive or something like 2 years ago. But yeah, they finally carded him. He's supposed to be coming out soon, I think. But yeah, I've never seen him in stores either. It's weird. The ones that are carded, like old school.
Have a good one, Happy Dinosaur.
Hey, have a good one. Yeah, those ones that are carded are harder to find. The ones that are like in regular kind of box, with the window. Those are a little bit easier for some reason. I don't know what they're doing.
Oh, you mean the carded ones like the old school, just the back with the bubble on it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, like they did the Secret Wars ones like that.
Yeah. So I don't know how they decide to do the packaging on some of these figures because they've done it with the G.I. Joes where it's 2 different packagings.
At the same time, though, Were they putting them out at the same time?
No, it's the no, like Dr. Mindbender is just there's only one. There's one way of getting them now. That's it, and it's the one with the card back and the plastic bubble that he's in. The other ones are all like boxes. Like what's his name? Footloose. He's supposed to be out, and he's in the regular rectangle box. You know, that's supposed to be in more stores, but I haven't seen them anywhere. I've only seen like in a toy store. In
my local comic store, I haven't seen any of the Joes on the bubble card.
It's weird. I don't know if
box.
I'm curious if they cut the orders on them because I don't see as many anywhere anymore. It's kind of sporadic. There's a new wave that just came out, and actually I think I have it on a short. Yeah. Let me open up the old.
I just want to say one thing real quick about StreamYards. StreamYards, these new so-called upgrades you made to this absolutely blow. They stink. You should make it available so we can switch it back to a more classic version because this stinks.
Oh, speaking of stinks, that's a good segue, Tommy. Thank you. Here's a Tord. Here's some Tords. So apparently they did some kind some kind of vampire version of
like Guy Gardner. Is that really Guy Gardner? Oh my god.
Dude, that's a platinum red chase figure apparently.
Is that blood coming out of his mouth?
Either that or he ate something. Some jam. But it's only on the open mouth one. The other ones is just glowing eyes. But yeah. I don't know. They look like shit to me.
I know nothing about the other lanterns.
Same.
I know they made 900 other groups of lanterns, and I know nothing about it.
And there was that Lex figure. I was tempted, but it was too expensive, and I don't want to support anything related to this movie. That's why I didn't. But because like that suited body, like I was gonna get it to make like a custom Bruce Wayne, but I'm like I'm not spending the money on this. Plus, it's all hollow. You could tell right here how the band is. Like he's still not improving any of like these suited figures. They all look like shit. Like I don't know why he's doing that. If this was solid and there was actual structure underneath there, maybe. But I don't know. It's very 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 annoying. The likeness isn't bad though on the one actor. You could also turn that into Charles Xavier pretty easily.
The fuck does that? What is that thing with him?
The kaiju apparently it's in the movie as a baby. I don't know. I'm not watching that trash. I've boycotted that all around, but yeah, those are some of the things I've seen. Because in Walmart they have like the displays. Walmart and Target they have a bunch of Superman display stuff now. So if you're looking for them, that's where they're at. This one was in Walmart. I think he's an exclusive to Walmart. Don't quote me on it, but I think he is. And then over at Target, there's a couple of different exclusives as well. So, no, I'm not James Gunn, Tolbat. It's the opposite. But yeah, so there was that. Let me pull up another one for you guys.
I saw some of these.
You sure he wasn't talking to?
Oh, sorry.
What's that?
You sure he wasn't talking about you being gay? That type of eating babies.
What? I'm very confused on what homosexual things are you guys doing? It's very creepy and weird. Hold on, there's another. This was pretty cool. Let's get into some tough guy stuff here. We got this was really nice. It's one of the $50 ones. That's why I did not get it, but he looked awesome. Here's a Tord Punisher.
I saw a picture of this one today.
Yeah.
You know what? It's all right, but aren't these supposed to be exact? For the cover, they're supposed to be.
Supposed to be, yeah.
Yeah, this one is not.
What's off on this one? I didn't.
Look at the picture and look at the figure next to it.
Oh, the gloves.
The gloves. I think the gun in his right hand. I think it's completely different.
Let's see. Well, Tyler, he's also known for doing that. We'll make things different. We'll change it up.
Yeah, look at it.
Oh, yeah, totally different. What the hell? Oh, he's probably trying to. He probably got shit because it was too realistic.
Because it's too much of a real looking comic.
Yeah. So and again, they're small.
Why did they
not,
just put
they're
a
not
butter knife
size.
in his fucking hand?
Yeah. I don't know, man. These people are
Fishing
retarded.
rod.
Yeah. But yeah, there's stuff that's off for sure. But it does look pretty good. I don't know why he does superheroes with no packages. They look like Ken dolls. But everything else about him looked pretty cool. So there you go. There's a Punisher.
Yeah, but why the hell did they give him white boots and white gloves?
I don't know.
It's not Jim Lee.
It's
Jim
not.
Lee
I don't know. I don't know why they make these decisions.
They don't care.
Oh, I did find this one. I was very tempted, but yeah. We know how things are right now. Hold on, shift screen. I saw the Razor Ramon.
Oh yeah, this is fucking awesome, man.
Yeah, he looked damn good.
I think he's already gone in my comic store.
Yeah, this is over in Walmart. So
how much? How much did it go for a Walmart?
For 32.
Yeah,
something like that.
It was 40 in the comic store.
Oh shit.
Yeah. That's kind of steep.
Yeah, so like tax whatever is probably like around 35, 36. But he did look really good.
Yep.
Oh, I just noticed something. He's missing his belt.
Oh, they took the belt? Someone took the fucking belt?
Wow.
Oh my god.
Scumbags. Again, Walmart. Holy shit. How did they do that? Bastards. Yeah, he's supposed to have it. Man, it's a nice looking one too.
Yep.
There's always a possibility that it might not have been put in the factory, because I've run across that with Hasbro toys with Transformers, where there was Dreadwing and Dreadwind, I think it was.
Mm-hmm.
There were two seeker-like jets that formed together to form Dreadwing, a big giant, plane. Well, the one of them I got was Dreadwind, and then the other one, which I'm blanking on his name for some dumb reason, he came without one whole section of his wing. Like, it wasn't in the package. Like, this thing was sealed in the package. It was never opened. It was just missing. And I called up Hasbro and, oh, this sometimes happens. Like, how do you miss stuff going in packages, especially a part of the figure,
Yeah.
So, I mean, it could have been that they, for whatever reason, it was missed when it was being packaged.
So if you brought that to the counter there, what did you say it was? Target? Vinnie?
That was Walmart.
Walmart. So if you brought that to the counter and pointed that out to them, that there's a piece missing, would they had knocked some dollars off it?
Oh no, they wouldn't do shit like that.
No,
no, not at all. Gap, brother. No, I'm straight. If you're confused and you're in the closet, Godspeed, Gap. Is that why you're? Yeah, Gap After Dark in the closet. Is that your new name?
What up, Scrambles?
How you doing, Scrambles?
What's up? Here's actually they had both of them in stores over at GameStop. Figures I designed. This is a 24-year-old design that Todd decided to re-release.
I can't even make out I can't even make out what the hell is on the fucking horse. What is that?
It's retarded. The whole character is facing the inside of the packaging instead of.
Okay. I thought it was like, what is it? Just like a fucking. It looks like a fucking chunk of somebody's hair.
Yeah. I don't know what the hell he did. So this is a shoulder pad. He's got like a furry kind of cloth thing. It's soft goods. But yet he's got a plastic cape. His head is facing the other direction, so you can't even see the figure that you're if they were going to purchase it, which I do not recommend. Just get away from this figure. This thing is a piece of shit, and the McFarlane's packaging is god awful on this. They ruined this, absolutely ruined it. I don't understand why he would even re-release this like he did. But yeah,
Tommy, you know the D&D horse, right? A fucking War Duke. Nightmare. Doesn't it look kind of like Nightmare?
Similar,
like a bit of a lamer version of Nightmare.
And so this is the that was the Chase version, and on the back they don't even have the Chase paint job. They use the same exact box for both figures, and they just put a different sticker on it. But yeah, and then they took an image of the actual toy, put it through an AI app or something, or traced over it. It's just like, this is all shit. This is all shit. I don't know what the hell they were trying to pass off, but they literally just traced over the actual figure or put a weird filter. This is how lazy they are. No, you put the wrong one up, Tommy. It's not toward rules. It's toward sucks. That's yeah. So that's what they did, and the figure itself, the entire axe. Like the original figure that this is the Blood Axe Spawn that came out again 24 years ago. The whole axe is solid. This one's all rubbery, and you can tell from the packaging as well that the entire staff is warped. I think if you go to put this thing in the hand, it's just gonna like bend over completely because it's so top heavy. You can see that it's already all warped in the package. So that's what he's got going for everybody, isn't that?
Why
nice?
does it look like they put a horse figure in a regular figure size box?
Well, here's the thing too. This horse, this isn't even the horse from this line. The horse from the line, I designed him more like a Frank Frazetta horse, like, you know, the old Clydesdales, that he was like super thick and muscular and everything. That's the horse I did. This one is the same one they used from Jonah Hex, and for the Frank Miller Dark Knight, the Build-A-Wave.
The Build-A-Horse. Yeah.
You
know what's funny about those ones? It says, you know, like how it'll say like what character on the like build, like it said build Dark Side. Yeah. This one literally says a horse.
Yeah. Well, you're gonna love this. How lazy this is too, because I've seen people who reviewed it. The saddle has a big bat symbol on it. So he completely insulted the fans. He didn't even remold. They were that lazy and that cheap that they wouldn't even remold a brand new saddle. So if anyone bought this stupid figure and you take them off, you're going to see a giant bat symbol on the saddle.
But is it really just in a regular Todd size figure box, like the bigger collectible ones that have more, you know, like the DC Multiverse size when they have more items in it? You know,
oh, it's a pretty big box.
Yeah,
yeah. I mean, here's my hand comparison. I don't know. This thing was massively disappointing, and this thing's going for like $70 or $80.
Get the
this
fuck
set.
out of here.
Total shit. So yeah, there you go. If you do want a figure that I designed, there's one out there right now. But Todd's gonna be bending you over. He's like, "Oh, you're like that, fanboy? You're like that?" So yeah, god awful. You want to see something cool? I didn't know that they were going to re-release these things. So NECA, they kind of stepped it up a bit. Oh, before that, here's some more Toward. I actually do have. I got a review of this thing during this as well. So hold on.
So I saw they put out 4. Oh yeah, I see this one. This is so stupid.
Yeah, it's stupid, but the body's great. And
I sent the picture of this to Trina. I was like, "Oh, you're gonna get this one, right?" This is the one where it has the changeable head, where he's got like a giant brain tumor, right?
Yeah, you'll see it during my review. But yeah, I don't know what the hell.
Good evening, Tina.
Hey, Tina. So yeah, the blue is great. Like everything they have here, because it's the same body as the digital one and the Kingdom Come version. It's the same body. So if you want these colors, the skin tone actually matches up with another with a good Superman. So yeah, but I'll show you during when I do the review on it. Yeah, so this is some of the shit that they have out right now. There's an end cap as well. It has all the Superman crap. But look at this one. This is the re-release. So I didn't know that they were doing this.
Oh shit, the chair. Oh yeah, that's fucking dope.
And this is the battle damage version. So pretty damn cool.
Did they ever put that out before?
Yes. So this is a re-release. I didn't know that they were even doing this, but first time I ever saw it in a Target as well. This thing came out like I think 4 years ago.
That's
This
fucking
this
awesome.
box set. Yeah, the comic shop. I think they were like charging like $150 for some shit.
Of course.
Yeah,
Of course.
I think it was going for like I want to say 75.
Fucking hell, man.
I want to say it was a year and a half to 2 years ago they did a re-release then too, because I remember seeing it in Target.
Oh, nice.
This is NECA.
Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah, this is NECA. You know, I told that no. If it's a good figure, if it's well sculpted and stuff, yeah, I've definitely bought shit that it hurts me to do it, but yeah, certain things if I like the characters enough.
Did you see the digital the DC ones they put out like Nightwing in that original costume?
Oh yeah. I saw
like with like he kind of got like the disco collar and shit.
Yeah. I seen those. But hold on a sec. Tollbat. Another thing is this one, the one that I'm going to be reviewing, it's going back, but the body ain't. I'm going to pull a Razor Ramon. What they do with the Razor Ramon figure. That's all I'm saying. But yeah, this is pretty cool.
I noticed the face kind of lame. It didn't really look like Peter Weller.
Yeah, it had the melty kind of look. They did what they did, but yeah. I'm swapping out old soups. That's because fuck them, as Todd always said.
I am shocked to see you say that, Cotton. I got about 10 minutes, maybe 15 minutes in, and I just shut it off. I couldn't.
It shouldn't have been called RoboCop. They should not have called it RoboCop. Call it something else.
Yeah. Well, we talked about it, so I'm just going to show it now. Here's my full review of that Superman, which is like I said, it's going back.
Yeah, told that like fucking 10 or 11 years ago, bro. It's when they started doing shit like, oh, okay, let's do Total Recall. Okay, let's do Point Break. They were just like pulling old names of movies out of hats.
Yeah. That's crazy. But yeah, here's the full review on this thing.
Design creative. And today I'm going to be reviewing this McFarlane Collector's Edition Superman. This isn't something I'll be doing yet, but Target has a great sale. So if you spend a certain amount, you get $10 off. So yeah, I wanted to get it because I do like that color of blue.
Yeah, and I did get $10. I got $10 off for this thing too, by the way.
And
there's a sale going on at Target.
The color is damn good on that.
So yeah, it is.
Weird butt head, or really crappy old man Superman head, but I could definitely use this as a really good Superman body, and it's kind of what I'm going for.
Lion.
I never read those old comic books, but it does have some movement for anyone who kind of does want that. I think it looks retarded. But yeah,
put him up.
The one thing I will say about this figure, they actually wired the bottom of the cape as well, not just the top. So that's the first time I've seen that. Although it is a shorter cape, they probably used the same amount of material and just folded it upward and then sewed it or sewn it. That's kind of weird, but it's interesting. I'll give them that. I think I like the flow of the other ones better, but it does have the symbol on the back, so that's really good. But otherwise, it's the same as the previous Superman figures we've seen. That use the same body, the digital one, the Kingdom Come one. There's a bunch of them that use that same body. But so there you go. There's nothing brand new about this other than the other heads, which I'll show you. It's a bird. It's a plane. No, it's Asshead Man.
It's Bring to a Superman.
Asshead.
Boy, that is dumb. Why would they make this? Why? Wow. Okay. This one's better, but still not wowing me. I don't like this kind of... For this angle, it's not too bad. Front on, don't like it at all.
Anything's better than those other two.
Weird. It looks like old school, like.
Well, I got a
1920s
great one, and the
wrestler or
reason why I got
something.
this figure.
The face is very strange. The paint job's okay in the hair. The back of the head looks pretty good. I got a better idea. Okay, this one matches the flesh tones a lot better.
This is why I bought it.
Yeah, that looks fucking.
We're gonna put the Christopher Reeve head. This is the drunk-haired one. Fits a little bit better. Hey everyone, this is Vinnie.
But I am getting my money back on this, so I could give a shit one way or the other. But yeah, it's since the bodies are the same on almost all of their Supermans, I swapped that out with something else. But yeah, this is a cool look right here. So if anyone is looking to do that, if you have a Christopher Reeve version, this would be the only reason to get them. Again, the skin tone matches perfectly. And if you do have that other Superman, those hands could swap with him as well. So it's good stuff. There you are. It was the full review on a really stupid accessories version of a good Superman body.
Wow, this thing is just wow. I don't know how StreamYard's made it. Yeah, I don't know how they made it this much worse, but it's just that much worse. I mean, this whole time that you guys have gone over your reviews, and I've been trying to upload that last thing, it's still going, and it's causing everything to lag out on my end, including bringing the banners up and down.
Wait, Tolbat, you have a secret account? What are you doing on there?
Congratulations on your secret account.
Yeah. 7,600 subs. Pay me, YouTube.
I think I know what he's doing. He's playing this game called Sprunky, or whatever the fuck it's called.
Oh, is that thing with the gay guys? Have fun with that, Tolbat.
I don't know. Gay guy. What was it? Created by gay guys? Or something?
I don't know.
It was some weird.
He said it's
thing
a
with,
secret.
like,
it's a secret account in the closet.
Like putting like fucking shapes on like silhouettes of people, and it's fucking some weird thing. Apparently, it's a tremendous hit.
Wow. What stupid things could we find that we could do that? Anyway, here's some. See, these are some new Joes, but this is at like a specialty toy store. I have not seen these. No, correction. The one next to Blowtorch. I did see that one of them in a Target. So, hit the wrong thing. My bad.
Yeah, I just saw a picture of that. That Blowtorch is awesome.
Yeah, he looks really good.
Did they just put him out? I thought they had already put him out.
No. They had.
It was a barbecue, right? It was barbecue.
They had out.
Okay.
So yeah, this one.
Frag Viper. Cool.
Yeah,
cool.
This one I saw in stores, in a different store, and yeah, he does look good in person.
Torch. Yeah. There's some movies and accessories.
Torch and Blowtorch.
Yeah. This one looked awesome too.
Oh, yeah, Darkline?
Yeah, that was pretty sweet.
He was a driver.
Yeah, Iron Grenadier.
Oh, but that's right. They also put out Copperhead by himself. He was a driver.
Yep.
Oh, Big Ben.
So yeah, this store. I mean, this one's got some pretty good ones. Yeah, he looked fantastic.
Cool.
But again, that store, they jacked the price up a bit on these. They're supposed to be closer to 25. This thing was like 33 or something. I'm like, I'm not paying that much. He does look nice though. And yeah, they did get Jada's. Tommy was telling me about this when we saw the full review on Tommy's channel. He does look incredible. It's not something I was gonna get since I have the SH Figure Arts version, but he does look amazing.
How much do those go for off the rack?
41. But in stores,
wow, they're charging that much more.
Yeah, what are they in stores? Those two, 30 what?
30.
Oh, 30. Wow.
The two Street Fighters?
Damn. Yeah.
Well, Blanca's 30. I don't know about Sagat because I picked up Blanca, because it put me back. But Blanca was 30.
They're the same size package, so I'm gonna assume they're the same exact price. Well, they're supposed to be anyway. I know Big Bad Toy Store. I think they had them at the same price. But yeah, there's the same size what they did. But yeah, both look incredible. So that's very cool.
They didn't get any of those in my store.
Yeah. Hold on. Oh, I got one more thing to show you guys. This one. I did the old switcheroo. I did the old head swaps on these. So if anyone is looking for to do that, if you got them, hold on. Although both of them are Target exclusive, so.
I wanted to show you guys the head swap. We have the Black Widow figure from Target, the 60th anniversary Avengers. So I popped one of those heads onto the other Target exclusive, the Jean Grey X Factor. I thought that looked pretty good. And I actually swapped from Warbird, Miss Marvel, the original Miss Marvel. I swapped the Psylocke head. So I thought that actually looked pretty good. I know there's the Psylocke one coming out with the whole 2-pack with Thanos, but this actually works. I don't know. I kind of dig it. But I thought you guys might enjoy that. So there you go. Remember to hit like and subscribe, and click on some more videos, especially if you like my reviews or my artwork. Be sure to check out some of my comic books as well. You go to vinnieart.com. I'll take you to some of my campaigns where all my books ship immediately.
Aren't these pretty sweet?
Yeah.
Just a head swap could do so much more for these characters and stuff, you know. But yeah, because something tells me that Psylocke's going to be pretty difficult to get. It's the 2-pack one because it's a Target exclusive as well.
The one that's supposed to be Capcom based, right?
Yeah. So I don't know.
Who's she paired up with?
Thanos.
Okay.
Yeah. So I don't know. Well, like I said, we'll see. But she's one of my favorite X-Men characters. So
mine too.
Yeah. I mean, doing it like this, I mean, it still works. I thought it looked pretty good. And she, in the comics, she did have a costume that was black at a certain point as well. So it does kind of fit. But there you go. There's a thing you could do if you want to do it.
A thing. It's a thing.
It's thing. But yeah. So, anybody else? What you got? Adam, you got anything?
Negatory.
That's all good, man.
All right. Well, I mean, I could try. So, I mean, I'm actually trying to get something uploaded for the show right here. Unfortunately, it was something that was kind of last minute because we did go out to get pig food and everything. We stopped at Ollie's, and I seen something that blew my mind. So I'm trying to upload that for the end of the show. But StreamYards has made such a mess out of this stuff. They even what would normally take me maybe, I don't know, take maybe a half hour. This shit is taking over an hour so far because I've been at it for almost an hour trying to upload this clip, and it's not even a 3-minute clip. There's no reason that an under 3-minute clip should take this long unless StreamYards screwed up everything so bad in this freaking thing in this studio that it's going even slower. So I just want to absolutely thank you for raising the prices and then somehow finding a way to make it even worse. Really do appreciate that. And this is for any streaming platform out there. Make it easier for a pig. Offer us something that is better than StreamYards at a more affordable price. Because obviously StreamYards is taking their cues from a lot of these toy companies. Let's jack up the price and give the consumer a little bit less. But I'm gonna attempt this. I don't know how well it's gonna work on my end, just because it's absolutely trash right now. But hey, what's going on, Time Prophet? Good to see you, man.
What's up, Tom?
Hopefully this doesn't cause too many problems, but I'm gonna go ahead and try to play the next clip while this is uploading. Hopefully it doesn't cause a conflict of the interest. But we got Indy's back, and we got some more old school stuff right here with Indy toys from the past.
How you can imagine.
Greetings, humans. This is Indy. Welcome back to Toys from the Past. On today's Toys from the Past, we're going to be taking a look back again at another older toy line. This one from Mattel. in conjunction with a series that was produced and aired on September 30th of 1987, we will be talking about Captain Power and the Soldiers of the Future. Now, Captain Power and the Soldiers of the Future was a 1987 science fiction television series about a post-apocalyptic world where machines rule after the Metal Wars. The series featured interactive toys created by Mattel that interacted with the show via light sensors, and it was known for its mature themes and attempts to bridge the gap between live action and computer-generated imagery. Now, each of the segments where the ship could be fired would last anywhere from 30 seconds to 3 minutes. The show is set in the 22nd century following the Metal Wars, where robots called biomechs have overthrown humanity. A group of human rebels led by Captain Jonathan Power fights against the biomechs and their leader, Lord Dredd, who aims to digitize all remaining humans into the Overmind computer system. Now, Mattel produced the toys, including action figures with light-sensitive fighter jets, the XT-7 and the BioDread Phantom Striker, that reacted to special colors on the screen during the show. These toys allowed viewers to shoot at villains on the screen, earning or losing power points. Now, there was much controversy in this one because the show's violence and focus on expensive interactive toys drew criticism from child advocacy groups. Could you imagine that? Soccer moms mad even back then. But despite its very short run, which lasted less than a year with 22 episodes, Captain Power is remembered for its unique approach to storytelling and its attempt to blend live action and CGI into its interactive elements. It was also notable for featuring a storyline editor and head writer who later created the series Babylon 5. Guys, how many of you remember Captain Power? And along with the toys and the show, there was also a PC game created for Captain Power. Thank you for joining me, Indy, on this Toys from the Past episode.
I always thought they were awesome, but I never got any, and never even knew anybody who had any of them.
The same. I thought they looked pretty cool.
There we go again, talking about the video game tie-ins. So the old PC flop this game.
Yeah, not a cartridge.
Yeah, last Starfighter.
That's nuts.
My goodness, this thing is still uploading.
Holy shit.
Dude, this is over an hour now. StreamYards, what the hell did you do?
They did everything wrong.
Oh, look, dude, my internet is bad. There's no bones about that. I've talked about it over and over again, but it has never taken me over an hour for an under three minute clip. I mean, at least not in the past year, it hasn't.
Yeah.
This is just horrendous. This is all StreamYard's doing. Like, thanks a lot. I think I should call them up and ask them for some money back for them wasting my time with this shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, Gap. No joke. Yeah, Gap says, I love Captain Power, but the figures are hard to come by, and they're kind of pricey. Yeah, certain ones are. Even the ones that were flash in the pans.
Want to see the eBay range of prices for them? I got them up.
Go for it.
The figures themselves on the card, I saw. All right, I see one 26, one says 40, but I saw one down here that said 99.
Oh, jeez.
Let me see. Yeah, this one goes for freaking $99. Yeah, the vehicles in the box are like the 70, 80 range. I guess that's kind of understandable for old, how long these came out. Well, everything loose, $80 here.
Everything's loose. You got to tighten that shit up.
Tighten that shit up. $249 for this one.
Yeah, man. Vehicles, they're always like an arm and a leg with older figures.
Oh hell yeah! Oh hell yeah!
That's crazy.
That was a base. They had a fucking base.
Holy shit!
Did you know that, Tommy?
Just to get a base.
Yeah, there was a
another
few
one.
things they did. Yeah,
There's another one,
they're like
too.
little shooting bases.
Ah,
It was actually in the
It's
commercial
nice.
that in the commercial I showed with it that they actually showed one
Mm-hmm.
of the bases firing. But I mean, the cool thing was once again, this is another one that actually interacted with the TV.
yeah. Yeah, there's more to this than I know. Than I knew. I thought I never saw those bases.
And not knowing,
Pretty cool.
not having half the battle.
Yeah, I don't know Time Prophet. This garbage internet I have, I don't know of any kind of settings that I had to change on there. The last time I looked, I couldn't find anything for settings on it. So,
Oh man.
I mean, I am one step away from being dial-up at this point because this is this old crappy DSL shit. It's just trash, and they won't upgrade even though they promised. Yeah, like there's, I could right click on my network icon and nothing comes up other than check to see if you can repair. That's all I get on that. There's like no settings for it. I don't know. I'd have to look again. Maybe there's something I missed, but I'm also working with an older computer too. But yeah, I mean, the internet's bad. And I really don't know what StreamYard did, but luckily my upload is finally done. Only took an hour and 27 minutes to upload. And the whole segment is 2 minutes and 49 seconds. You gotta love it.
Wow.
Nice. That's awesome. Yeah, well, I got something to say about Ollie's later on that is not exactly good, but that's awesome though.
Dude, yeah, that is awesome.
I gotta bring something up real quick. Just another picture. This
Yeah, sure.
Captain Power vehicle that had a remote control, but the remote control is attached to it.
That looks super familiar. Wow, maybe we did have one.
I remember for Christmas one time I got a fucking a RC car with the remote attached to it. I was like, "What's the point?"
You know what's funny? They still make them. They still make some
point?
RCs with the freaking control attached like that.
Wow.
Run behind it while I'm running it down the street. It's fucking stupid. It looks like a cool vehicle though.
Oh yeah.
And look at the fucking price, $11.
Does it still work though?
Probably not. Probably not. Kind of cool though.
Yeah.
Time Prophet remembers that one.
But
But yeah, brought another one to the table, a little bit older. At least some of you guys remember it this time. It wasn't like the past couple of weeks where I brought stuff to the table. It was like, what? Never heard of that line.
Oh shit.
But I do have a regular, kind of couple of toy reviews that kind of go back to back in a way, even though they technically stand alone. But I got a couple toy reviews here. These ones were pretty interesting. These are another set of toys. They were sitting in the back for a long time because since I haven't had the money to go out and purchase new figures, I mean, there's so many of us have been feeling the pinch. I mean, it's been kind of hard. So I've been digging through the old toys that I never got around to reviewing. And this is one of the ones that I wanted to get to a while ago after I picked up the Gears figure. So you could probably kind of guess where this one is going. But here we go with the Pig's next review. It is I, Dark Helmet, the Transformer and Sci-Fi Pig, here with another Transformer show-off with Kingdom War for Cybertron Huffer, one that's been sitting back for a while, and it's time to finally get this review done.
Under this rubble, fast!
Here we go with Huffer in a stationary pose to start it off. And let's bring in Gears, the one that I really felt that they did right. Let's go ahead and size comparison with him and his G1 counterpart. Here we go with Huffer in a little bit of a pose, showing off some of the articulation in the arms and in the legs. There is very little movement in the head, though. I will say that the head is very, very minimal in the mouth. I don't understand. The ball joint on there, it should move all over the place. Now, the legs kick up and knees bend pretty decent amount. The arms got the turn up at the bicep, and of course, it got about a 90-degree cut at the elbow. They turn all the way around. They do kind of lift up a little bit. But there we go. Here he goes in a bit of a kneeling pose. And his extra accessory turns into a shield for Huffer. Another pose right here, holding his shield in one hand, and he does come with this gun that he can use in the other. Here we go in a bit of a running pose, and yes, this guy is balanced pretty well on his own. Not bad. I like that. I love when they can balance all on their own. Here he goes in his Ottawa cab form. This is supposed to be like a yard jockey truck originally, but this looks more like a cab. And here he goes with his G1 version right next to him. You can see there are quite a few changes the way it looks. Overall, it looks very similar, so I'm not going to fault him too much on that. Here we go with his skid ramp piece in the back. I don't like it. It makes him look like a flatbed truck. And here we go. You can port his gun on his roof, or you can port it on the side, almost again creating a flatbed look to him. Now, one of the drawbacks is there is no way to lock the legs in, so when you transform him into his truck mode, those legs are always a little bit loose.
Don't fight me, Shaggy! I'm not the biggest Autobot, but I'm one of the strongest!
And here we go with our final pose and our rundown on this Huffer figure. This one was pretty decent. Overall, it looks like Huffer. It's got elements of the G1 with the cartoon, but there are a few hollow spots. The fact that he doesn't port together completely and securely in the truck mode, the best that we could wind up giving Huffer is an 8 out of 10.
The Transformers! More than meets the eye! The Transformers!
Yeah, you look pretty good.
Hey, you know what? He looks nice. I mean, you know, there are a few problems. He's nowhere near as good as Gears was.
Gears. Oh.
No, Gears. Yeah, it's just a shame. Awesome. Yeah, you know what? Hey, if that stuff brings you some joy, absolutely go back and watch that. And I'm still sorry to hear about everything that happened to Time Profit. And you know, best hopes that things start improving for you. It's been too much down for everybody. And what's going on, DJ Ronnie G? I love the talking pig on the TV. Don't we all? Don't we all? The valves are heavy and it'd be too heavy to float. Yeah, man. I hear you. But I mean, the coloring is pretty good on it. I hate the fact that those legs don't port in when he turns in that Ottawa yard jockey truck, you know, the little 4x4 yard jockey truck. So if you're unfamiliar with a yard jockey truck, that's what most businesses use when they got to move trailers around that are getting loaded up for the truckers when they come in to take the loads out. They have what's called a yard jockey truck sitting in the yard. It's usually gas, sometimes propane, because I've driven one at a Toll Brothers that was propane run. Yeah, what a nightmare that is, because if your propane tanks the seals are bad, all you smell is propane the whole day that you're driving that truck around. It stinks. But they're a little bit smaller. You know, they're not as big as a full-size cab, but they do all the same thing with the fifth wheel and everything like that. So that's what the original toy was supposed to be. And this one, he looks a little bit more like a regular road semi-truck, you know, cab than he does an Ottawa truck. But it's the legs not porting in, and the skid plate thing. You know, I mean, I get it as a shield, but I think they could have did it a better way to make it look like it's part of the fifth wheel assembly in the middle instead of the way they did it. Those were my only real gripes. That and the head not moving. It's on a ball, but the way they designed the head and the ball sitting so close to the body, you can't tilt it back. You could just kind of go side to side, and there's like this minimal little up and down. I mean, those are the biggest gripes. That, you know, and you know, the coloring being, you know, just a little bit too like lighted, you know, too darkish gray. I think in the arms, they probably could have went a little lighter to match the cartoon a little bit better.
Yeah.
But I mean, overall, still a nice damn figure. You know, if you could still find them, I'm sure they'll probably re-release them at some point because Hasbro's into the kick now of re-releasing some of these figures, which is great for collectors that were not able to pick it up. Horrible for people that are collecting, would like to see some of their collection gain value.
Yeah, I can understand that. The paint scheme was pretty nice on him, though. I always liked it. Those colors worked. Yeah, it's cool to see the balance too in that thing. See, like I said, man, when they want, they could do better figures.
No, they absolutely can. I mean, the rest of the articulation in this guy was pretty damn decent, so I can't really complain about that. And I'm taking a screenshot of that right now. I'm going to try that later on. Thank you, Time Prophet and DJ Ronnie G. I'll see if that improves things. I'm not going to be able to do it during the show because if I try to open up one more thing, my network might crash because that's just the way it works. But I'll mess with it afterwards and see if I can get something a little bit better because this is just horrible. I really need this company to step up and give me some high-speed internet. And StreamYards, stop making things worse. You want to charge more, but you want to provide less.
Do you think it's the browser as well that you use that could be?
I've never had a problem with that browser. I mean, I've been using that browser for what? Over 6+ years now.
It sounds like you always have a problem uploading. Maybe it is the browser.
I doubt it because when I tried to use Chrome, what it did is it destroyed a computer. It crashed my whole computer, and the computer's it's sitting in the back. I can't get the information off of it. That's why a lot of the show intros I had to completely redo because Google Chrome crashed the whole system.
Son of a bitch.
So I will not use Google Chrome.
But you also been operating with some old PCs, so
yeah.
I don't know. It could be a combination of shit. It sucks though.
I will. I usually write that stuff down. Time Prophet. I'm no dummy. Yeah, but so following on the back of Huffer, and we lost Adam again, unfortunately. We do have one more. It falls in the same line. What else got? I don't use Chrome. I use Mozilla. That's exactly what I use. I use Firefox. I've used it for years, and I've never had problems other than the internet being slow.
I liked it for a long time, and then it started giving me problems on the last PC I had.
Well, the only problem I have with Mozilla Firefox is when you do a screen share with Mozilla Firefox, you can get sound. I mean, you can't get sound. Rather, I'm sorry. When you use Chrome, you get sound. Use Mozilla Firefox, you can't get sound because apparently the way StreamYard set it up is you can only use Chrome to be able to get sound when you do a share screen. Nice. I mean,
it's some bullshit.
Adam is gone. The show's over, folks. Poor Adam. It is what it is. Adam's been having a lot of problems with his internet too. I mean, I understand completely, and it is what it is what it is. But the show must go on. So following up on the back, and you did mention them earlier, we're going to be taking a look at pipes. It is I, Dark Helmet, the Transformer and Sci-Fi Pig, here with another War for Cybertron Kingdom figure, this time with pipes. Another one that's been sitting in the back for a while. Time to get it out and take a look at this guy.
What does he mean, Pipes?
Beats me. Nuts and bolts, I understand.
Here we go with Pipes in a bit of a stationary pose. He looks a little bit too plain, but overall, he does look very similar to the original G1 Pipes. And here we go with that G1 Pipes. You can see that they changed the color of the back of the cab piece that sits behind his head. But otherwise, most of the other colors look pretty good on this one. The arms obviously are different because they're not the exhaust pipes, and they're just arms now like they were in the cartoon.
I've got his transmission.
Here we go with Pipes in a bit of a pose, showing off all the movement in the arms and the knees, down the legs, and in the rockers. Another pose right here with him getting down to a full kneeling position. Looking pretty good in that pose. Here goes one with Pipes running, and he's got his two exhaust guns. Pipes on the side, but he fell. So unlike Huffer, Pipes, unfortunately, could not hold his balance the same way, and that would be where it's a little bit weaker down in the rocks of this one. Here's another pose using those exhaust pipes as guns, like we've seen in the cartoon.
As Optimus Prime used to say, transform and roll out.
And here we go finally with Pipes in his Ottawa cab form. So let's bring out that G1 version of him. And you can see while they captured some things, they definitely missed out on a few other ones. Without having those big, giant, chromed out exhaust ports and having this big white flatbed end in the back, it looks off.
I'm doing everything I can to bring him around.
So if you put his guns on there, you can kind of get it, but it looks a little bit odd sticking so far out. Now, if they would have moved the hands further, you could have got him on the inside. And here we go, putting him on the back of the flat end of his truck. And there's quite a few different ports on here where you could port these guns in.
Autobots, we've got to hold that thing up.
And here we go with our final pose and our overall thoughts and rundown on this Pipes from the War for Cybertron Kingdom. Overall, this one does have all the aesthetics almost nailed. There was a few things in minor detailing, maybe adding a few more colors in the chest, maybe brightening the eye color a little bit to make it stand out more. I think could have did this thing wonders. And the feet. There was something off about the reuse of the mold that they had for Huffer on these feet, where they got a little bit sloppy and he could not hold his balance quite as well as Huffer did. Best that we can give this one is a 7.5 out of 10.
The Transformers, more than meets the eye. The Transformers.
Yeah. You have him?
Yeah. Well, the first release, what was it, Earthrise?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I mean, he's not bad looking. Don't get me wrong. I just wish they would have. Yeah, I mean, he's a solid color and everything like that, and I get that, just like the original toy, just like he is in a cartoon. But I almost feel like there's certain parts in the chest, like maybe if they put a little, like a darker color in there, would have made it stand out a little better and just add a better dimension to the character, and not being so flat plain with just that plain color.
I do agree. Yeah, there was a couple of things he was kind of missing, but overall, it is a decent figure. That one is pretty nice.
Yeah, he's nice. I mean, I would still recommend getting him, you know, especially since they haven't really done another version of him yet, and that one is pretty damn close to the cartoon while capturing most of that G1 aesthetic. So I won't complain about it too bad. But, you know, the biggest drawback to me with him, he would have got an 8.2 if it wasn't for the rocks and everything on his feet being so weak that he couldn't hold his balance like Huffer did. That was just a sad thing. Chaos Boy, back in 7.5 out of 10. 10 dragons, 10 goats, 10 ducks, 5 chickens, 5 cows, and 5 horses. Yes, that's right. We are back to animal trading over here on Collectible Past again. Thank you, Chaos. I appreciate that, buddy. Time Prophet says the fact that Optimus is called Prime. Why did we ever need to see the other Optimus? I don't know. I don't know. What the hell is a crisp? That's what they call a potato chip over there. And fries are actually,
chips.
Yeah. Yeah, that's why you get a fish and chips. It's fish and French fries.
Yeah.
Appreciate it, man. Appreciate it. No, not bad overall. I'd like to see them do some more of these things, but one of the downsides of Hasbro right now, and they've been doing so well with some of them. So granted, not all of them have been hits, but I hear that they are ending that 86 line.
Yeah. Yeah, I think I told you last week too. Yeah, that's what I heard. I don't know what the last figures are going to be, but yeah, whatever the last kind of things that they've been showing, yeah, it looks like that is going to be it for it.
Well, I mean, I think at this point they are getting close to having all the damn figures from the 86 line. Granted, they didn't do 86 Thundercracker and Skywarp, and I mean, there's a few more they haven't done yet, like Shockwave, you know, and all that, you know, but they really don't have many more that they can do anyway in the damn line. So, I mean, it kind of does make sense that the line's going to end, because what are you going to do? Indefinitely just do repaints of the same figures over and over again? I mean, yeah, there's no point.
You know them. They do that.
Here's my suggestion. If they want to get, like, all the G1 fans that are super interested in the 1986 movie ones and have been loving it so far, Hasbro, this is what you need to do. Hire this pig. Give me a lot of money. I'll give you great ideas. I'll start off with, you know where you go next? Instead of that, release a Sunbow line. There you go. Boom.
Don't
do
stop it.
Transformer Sunbow.
Tommy, stop it. Stop it.
Hey, that's only one small thing. It's one small thing, Vinny.
No,
I've got plain better ideas.
No, you're not listening to me. You're not listening to me. You don't give away these ideas for free. They have to hire you first.
Son of a bitch.
Don't blow it.
Yeah. Chips are thick. Yep. Okay. I've got 10 pigs and nibble on their toes. We can get fries at McDonald's, but I get real chips. You have to go to a chip shop. Nice. Chip shop. Old Bat finds that funny. But, guys, we're going to go ahead. I'm going to give you some old school. I know some of you like the old school stuff, so we're bringing Indy back in again. Vinny, did you have anything else before I play this commercial break?
No, go for it.
Okay, so we're going to bring in the old school commercials. I know, Trina, you always got a kick out of these things, too. So here we go with toys from bygone eras.
I am your Professor Indy of the Guinea Pig Collective. Welcome to Toys from Bygone Eras.
Your squad is ready for you to lead them through. With Johnny 7 OMA, you charge. Fire grenade. Bullseye for Johnny 7. Watch out, tank. Fire anti-armor shell. Fire anti-tank rocket. Johnny 7's got him on the run. Johnny 7 fires bullets like a rifle. Fires like a Tommy gun. Now it's a cap-firing pistol. You've won with Johnny 7, the one-man army gun. It's 7 guns in one. Let's count them. 1 is a grenade launcher. 2 anti-armor gun. 3 anti-tank gun. 4 bullet-firing rifle. 5 Tommy gun. 6 anti-bunker gun. 7 cap-firing pistol. There's no other gun like it. To be sure, look for Johnny 7 OMA, the one-man army by Topper.
This is Major Matt Mason, Mattel's Man in Space. Ready for every adventure with all his official equipment. The space station, protected by solar shields. The moon suit, designed for exploration. The space crawler that keeps on going no matter what. Get them together or separately. And share the exciting adventures of Major Matt Mason, Mattel's new Man in Space.
Wow! Where'd you get them? Made them myself! Hey guys, look!
Yes, it's fantastic. It's impossible. It's unbelievable. But you make them with Johnny Toy Maker. You pour in super plastic. You cover mold and clamp it. You bake toy body. You cool it. You pull out finished body. You trim it. You install real working motor. You assemble body and chassis. You customize it. You snap track together and watch them go. Big cars that really race. Big motorized boats that really float. Crazy bugs. With Johnny Toy Maker, you design your own cars. Bake wild designs right in. Pictures, zebras. You want it? You got it.
Johnny Toy Maker, you make them, you make them. Johnny Toy Maker, cars that go. Johnny Toy Maker, real motors, nothing like it ever before.
Make a whole new world of toys. Make them yourself with Johnny Toy Maker.
Thank you for joining us, and remember, if it's not being done by a pig, it's not worth watching.
I like how you could just take the name Johnny and then just throw anything after that. But Johnny 7 ain't fucking around. Johnny 7's a war machine. 7 guns.
Yeah, some of the interesting stuff, and they rebooted that. Remember when they did the Rambo gun where it broke apart into multiple different guns and everything? And, you know, some of the ideas that they came up with in the 50s, 60s, and even in the 70s, just like outstanding shit. Yeah, like Tolbert said, these are toys. Yeah, Time Prophet also said he loses that grenade probably on day 1, right? Says Journey to Center of the Earth. Why is he on the moon? Good question. Don't ask questions. Johnny 5's alive. But yeah, man, love those old school toy lines, man. Some of those things are just outstanding for what they were doing back then.
Mm-hmm.
The creativity was off the scale with a lot of that stuff back then.
Yeah. Very cool.
No see shit. Where is he shit? But yeah. So moving right along right here. So I got a toy show off right here. This is something I did. You know, it's like one of those things I've been toying with as far as customs and everything. And I finally got around to finishing this. It's not perfect, guys. So don't give me a lot of crap that it doesn't look exact. It's just whatever I had at the time to work with and tried to make something different. So I hope you enjoyed this one.
We are the Guinea Pig Collective. All will be assimilated. Resistance is futile.
One of the things we do here at the Guinea Pig Collective sometimes is customization. So we have this little Adventure Force card that we got for about $1. We're going to see if we can't change it into something a little more interesting. Here we go.
A man who wandered out into the wasteland.
And here we go with that same car all modified. And you can see all the nasty, dirty detailing in this one. So I'll bring it in a little bit so you can see some of it. So there we go. Effectively, I did most of this with actually a paint marker. And then I went back over it with this special spray paint that I have. It's a rust type of spray paint. And of course, I blotted it and everything so it didn't pull up too much. But yeah, there we go. I'm gonna get this stupid thing to stay in focus. I don't know why it keeps unfocusing. There it goes. Yeah, and I think it worked out pretty good. Blotting a lot of the paint on there. Definitely brought out like that real rustic look to it. Much like Max's car in the Road Warrior. So there we go with our little customization job for this guy. I don't think it turned out half bad. It's not perfect. It's not the exact same car. It's not a Ford Falcon, but not bad for a little under $1 car that I picked up to be able to transform it into something that I liked. Hope you guys enjoyed this one.
We are the Guinea Pig Collective. All will be assimilated. Resistance is futile.
Yeah, it did look good. Nice job.
Yeah, like I said, not exact. It's not the right car.
No,
but
yeah.
I mean, yeah, it's actually kind of difficult finding a Ford Falcon. I've been looking at Matchbox and Hot Wheels. I have not found one yet.
They said they were super rare too. I mean, they were just in Australia, weren't they? Yeah. Well, the actual car itself was only.
Yeah, from what I understand, yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy. It was very cool to see. Yeah, that paint job you did, I like that. That whatever the rust color spray paint.
Yeah, I picked that up a while ago for the battle bots. So some of the battle bots I wanted to get kind of like that rustic look, like Hell on Wheels from the Hell on Wheels TV series. So I made that one battle bot, and I wanted this rustic look to it. So I picked up that paint. It was a specialty order paint, but man, that paint looks fantastic. Like if you spray like a big enough surface area, it does look rusted up. It's freaking excellent.
Nice. That is fucking cool.
But I got another one. Slasher, a bit of nod to you on this one. So we got our toy break. I know this is Shifty's favorite segment of the show because Dancing Girl, the Dancing Girl. So wherever you are, have a smile on your face, Shifty. The Dancing Girl is in the house. Welcome back, everybody, for this toy break. So we're going to take a look at something that I got it from a while ago. Thank you, Slasher, for sending this one. We are looking at Series 4 from 1985, and we're looking at an original Grizzlor. That's right, originally intended to be part of the greater Masters of the Universe line, and it wasn't until the cartoon of She-Ra came along and they needed figures for villains that this one kind of semi wound up getting included with She-Ra instead of He-Man. But yes, this was originally supposed to be part of a third faction for that original He-Man and Masters of the Universe series from the cartoon, or just Masters of the Universe as the toys were called. So the arms just move up like that. Of course, he's got the movement down in the legs. Not a whole lot, but that's just about it with Grizzlor. He has no waist turn whatsoever. He has no head turn. This guy was pretty static overall as a figure. And then we'll pop out an original He-Man right alongside him. Yeah, this is an original one. And if you remember a lot of these original figures, what a pain in the butt it is to get to stand them. And there you go. See what I mean? Like, these older figures didn't always keep their balance very well. But there we go with He-Man and Grizzlor. Of course, He-Man had more points of articulation because he had that power punch action. But other than that, that was basically it. The only thing Grizzlor was missing is his crossbow. And this is the second release of Grizzlor, because the first release actually came in a dark brown. So the entire skin color was dark brown, and it melded right in with the fur on the figure. Guys, hope you enjoyed this toy break.
Yeah, sorry, he's not the greatest He-Man figure, but, you know, it's a He-Man.
He's still pretty cool. He's a big fuzzy guy. Yeah. Nothing wrong with that. No, that thing is pretty damn cool. Yeah, did you know about the second, or should I say the first release version where he's dark brown?
I never had any of the Evil Horde figures when I was a kid. I got that one from I was in like freaking, I don't know, either 8th grade or high school at the time. And my friend was just getting rid of a bunch of toys, a bunch of He-Man figures, and like I think Crystar figures too. Yeah, so and that's how I lost. Oh man, I really want, because I took the He-Man figures really because I wanted. He had Merman in the set too that he was giving away. I was like, hell yeah, I'll take fucking Merman. And of course, he's the one who got lost in the fucking the Great Attic.
And he was hard to find in the Origins line when he came out. He was just, between him, Trapjaw, and Triclops, they were just hard to find on the toy shelves.
Well, of the early ones, Merman was one of my fucking favorites just because of how he looked. I love the way he looked.
Yeah, that fish guy. Yeah, it was pretty cool. I mean, I wish, yeah, I just wish Mattel would, like, put more stock out, like re-release some of these figures again. They've done it once before. They did it like maybe about 2.5, 3 years ago. They started re-releasing some of the first wave of their origin figures that they started all the way back in like 2019 with. They'd put some more back. I wish they'd do it again, because a lot of these stores, they seem to be shortchanging the consumers by the amount of stuff they put out, or you're getting the damn scalpers coming and just racing and taking them all and putting up for ridiculous prices on eBay and Amazon and other sites. So would be nice. But we're going to get in now to the toy hunt. So I'm going to play the first toy hunt that I prepared. What's up?
I'm gonna step out, guys, because I got a stream coming up the toll bat in like half an hour. Just a little something to eat.
Yeah, man, go get something to eat, man.
Problem, man. Yeah, man. Always
thank you for being here. Guys, be sure to follow them guys over, afterwards. And, check out Tollbat's channel. Tollbat, if you haven't put your link in there, do it.
Oh, yeah. You should do.
You got a wrench.
But, yeah, we're going to be playing Strider for Sega Genesis. And, it's one of my favorite all-time games.
Hell yeah, awesome. Dude.
Yeah. I'll talk to you guys.
Yeah, catch you later,
All
bro.
right, man. So the first toy hunt is just the standard stuff that I think I'd actually prepared it for like last week, but I didn't have a chance to upload it. So let's go ahead and check that out. And funny stuff with some of these things that they put on clearance. It always cracks me up every single time.
Once again, looking at the absolute lack of Transformers here in this Target. Just not a whole lot to speak of. It's pretty bare. It's pretty boring. Structuron Olo, there's a bunch of them there. A whole bunch of these Optimus Targets. They got a few of the Studio Series. Got Prime, Age of Primus with this Megatronus. And then they got Age of Prime's Grimlock and Willy. Just not a whole lot to speak of. Secondary NECA aisle, it's all pretty much the same stuff. PandaCon. A lot of the same turtles, nothing has really changed. Doesn't even look like they're really getting anything new. Fugitoid is still here. Well, they got a Super Friends. Batman sitting over there. Reminds me very much of the 66 ones. They also did have the Count. Featuring number 2. Ha ha ha. Yeah, there we go with the Count. Not bad looking.
A few moments later.
If you were looking for these in Target right now, they're clearance 30% off, down to $17.49 for the Bumblebee and $21.49 for the Studio Series Optimus Prime from Transformers 1. And then some of the other stuff that's clearance, but at $9.99, like these things don't sell anyway. They got a few more Eastman and Laird Turtles. Old Man Raphael. Got his iPads going on. Leonardo, Super Turtle, Domoids, Fugitoid in the crazy colors, Foot Elite Assassin, and then Shredder with battle damage. Looks like they re-released them. April O'Neil. Pretty interesting. And they got a few more down here. Casey Jones in white, but really nothing else to speak of.
Pretty neat.
Yeah, man.
Oh, what?
I was just going to say, it just cracked me up with those clearance prices.
Yeah, that's something else. I have seen that there are a lot more sales going on too lately. That's a good thing.
But yeah, like a lot of these places I'm going now, a lot of it's become standard fare. Like every once in a while, you get like the surprise, like the Blanca and the Sagat, and maybe every once in a while, I might see one of those 86 Studio Series 86 Constructicons, you know. But for the most part, a lot of it's been bare and it's been blah for a lot of it.
Yeah, I kind of noticed that. I'm starting to see some things pop up here and there, but yeah, not too much at the moment.
Yeah, it really is a shame. I mean, especially if you're one of those collectors who's out on the search and you're going to all these different toy stores hoping you're going to find something different, and you're finding the same shit week after week. It's just, it's a bit depressing as a collector.
Well, you know how it goes, Tommy. It's all the cool shit comes out when you can't afford it whatsoever. And then,
yeah, but I can't afford it right now. So, well, I mean, I should be seeing tons of stuff.
This is true.
Hey, man, there's hiding spots all over the toy store. I'm telling you, you take everything to the diaper aisle. Right to the diaper aisle is where it goes.
Maybe you should go. That's what you should do in your next toy hunt. Just go back to your hiding spots just to see what is like. Oh, I forgot. I stashed this figure over here. I stashed this one over there.
Yeah, I stashed this one a year ago. Look at all the dust on it.
Oh my god.
But now I'm going to get to the toy hunt that took an hour and 20 minutes to upload.
Oh, it finally finished.
And it's the end of this. Yeah, it's the end of this one, and this one's all at Ollie's. It's the end that blows my mind. Like, oh boy, I couldn't believe this shit. But here we go. The wait is finally over. You're going to see what I'm talking about.
Let's do it.
Sitting up here in Ollie's, and as you can see, all the Wakanda Forever stuff is still not moving, along with a lot of these newer Dungeons and Dragons, Honor Among Thieves. This shit just does not move. They do got a bunch of the Ghostbusters, the real Ghostbusters with fright features. Looks like they have almost everybody here. They got Egon, they got Venkman, Spengler, and they got Zedmore. Got them all. So if you're looking for them, check them out here at Ollie's, $7.99 for each one. Of course, with all the Marvel Legends stuff that I got sitting here wasting away, don't worry, up in Ollie's, they still got Shang-Chi. He's still not going anywhere. Wall hanger forever. A lot of this stuff just never moves. It never moves. It's always here every single time you're looking for it. Maybe you're looking for Madam Hydra. Well, she's sitting up here too. All these figures are all priced down to $9.99. And if you're into Beast Wars, they got a few in here. They got Wolfgang, they got Iguanus, and they got Pterosaur. So looking for some of the Beast Wars figures, $9.99 for those as well. And over here in the back, they got a whole bunch of these little core class figures. They got RC. They got Ironhide from the '86 movie, and then they had Terracon Freezer as well from the Studio Series line. They got a few other figures, like they got Strong Arm over here for $12.99. But Ollie's good things cheap, right? Look at this bullshit right here, $24.99 for Brawn, this first Studio Series version, and they're claiming it was originally $44.99. Come on, Ollie's. Don't bullshit us. If somebody was paying $44.99 for this tiny little figure, they're on meth. So just a little addendum right here. I thought it said $44.99 when I was in the store, and then I took a closer look at it after I got this home and I started putting it in the editor. No, it's $49.99. Come on, Ollie's. This actually constitutes fraud by putting fraudulent prices on your figures and then marking them up, almost like price gouging right there, because $24.99 is what it was originally in the stores.
Holy shit.
Wow. Yeah, blew my mind. And yeah, woo. Oh.
What kind of horse shit was that?
Yeah,
that figure should have been like $15 or something.
It should have been $12.99, the same as Strong Arm, because that's what she was. She was a $24.99 figure too.
Well,
and what's going on, Ancient One, man? Sorry.
Holy shit.
What's up, buddy?
That's crazy.
Yeah, I couldn't believe it, because you go to Ollie's and 90% of the time this is like really good pricing. You're going to get a lot. And when I seen that, I'm like, dude, that's somebody they had to have known what the cost of the figure is when they got the damn thing, and they still put $49.99. Like, I thought it was $44. I don't know why I thought it was $44. I just seen 40 something. I thought it said 44, but I was like, holy shit, when I got it in the editor and it's $49.99. Like, yeah, somebody was paying $50 for that figure. You're on meth, crack, probably a few other things. You're doing stuff that you probably shouldn't do, and you probably look like the Scarecrow from Batman's Rogues Gallery. This is not good. I don't know who in Ollie's thought putting fake prices like that on a figure was good. Iggy Pop, yeah, that's another good one. That just not a good look, man. It makes me double check the prices on every single figure now. Like when I see these things, like the Grill Ghost, I knew that they were a little bit more. I think they were like $15, anywhere from $12 to $15 in the store originally. So $7.99, not bad. Marvel Legends and all those other ones, $9.99 for those figures. Yeah, that's a huge price drop. But that, ridiculous.
Oh yeah, that is crazy. Man, that figure would never. I mean, even when it was in demand, wasn't $50.
Nope.
Holy shit. Somebody was
Absolutely
did somebody
insane.
go to eBay or something?
See,
Wow.
like, and if that figure was $12.99, I might have thought about picking up a second one, you know, with a little extra money, you know, just to do like a custom job on it or something. You just change it up, because if you get it that dirt cheap, you know, why not?
If it was $12.99, I would have told you to pick me up one. I don't have them, but not at those prices. They're crazy.
Yeah, that's insane. But I mean, fortunately, as I was looking around, I guess for Ollie's, that was the only one I seen. But yeah, that's a huge scam. Huge scam.
Oh, for sure. Not okay.
No, definitely not. Yeah, always double check your prices, people, because you just never know. You never know. I've seen it before in other stores too. Here's another example of sometimes scamming in Ollie's, and I've seen this once or twice with those core class figures. Like I said, $4.99 for Ironhide and some of the other ones. So I had no intention of picking up the core class Ironhide because you know, it's a smaller, dumber version of the bigger one. But for $4.99, it was only $5. I was able to squeak $5 out, and I picked them up. And I think I'm going to do a repaint on them, do a custom job. I don't know what vehicle I'm going to make yet, but
yeah, I have a handful of the core class ones, and I thought they did a pretty nice job with some of them.
Yeah, they look pretty deep. And like $5, you know, that's not too bad. That's not hurting anybody's wallet too much.
Yeah,
I think it hurts a little bit when you're poor, but.
Yeah, well, of course, man. All these things hurt. I mean, but I had the Optimus, Nemesis Prime, the repaint. He came with the axe instead of the gun. Megatron.
Did you get the G2 Megatron? They did in core class.
Oh, it's a G. He turns into a tank.
Yeah, he turns in that green and purple camouflage tank.
No, not that one. I got the gray and black one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Because I can't remember if they did like an Armada colored one or something too.
I think they did. Yeah, I think they did. Yeah, like you said, I think that was later on they re-released that with a new paint job. Soundwave. Soundwave is fantastic.
Yeah, he is. Awesome. He even comes with that little laser beak tape in his chest.
Yes, the detail that they put on there is amazing. That was really cool. Yeah, he's one of the ones when I did see him, I'm like, yeah, I wasn't sleeping on it. I'm like, yeah, I'll take that.
But the second scam I was talking about is the Optimus Prime. So they have him at, I want to say they have him at $5.99. You know, the one I've seen, they had one at $5.99, and I moved them out of the way, and they had a second one. They had a sticker of $12.99 on that one.
For the core class.
Yeah, for the same Optimus Prime. One is like $5.99, the other one was $12.99. I was like, are you kidding me? Like, what kind of scam shit is that? Hope people ain't paying attention. Grab a couple primes. Well, I've been starting to see it, and this once again, this is just for anybody out there who's going to Ollie's and you know, I'm going to get it cheap. Make sure you double check those prices before you pick it up, because apparently they've got some shady ass people, and I know, you know, we've seen it earlier. You know,
Well, you know what I think. What I think part of the problem is as well. It's the diamond inventory that they've been sitting on. The ones that are supposed to be going out to comic shops and stuff like that, they're selling them to Ollie's. This is why the comic book industry fell into the toilet across the board, and there's a bunch of companies going out of business now because of the evil practices that another evil corporation did. Which again, that's the Jeppy family with Diamond, and yes, so. There's a bunch of product that's not going to stores that were supposed to get those things, because now they're selling it off to Ollie's in order to pay off Chase Bank for the loan that Diamond took out. So
wow.
Yep, it shows you how everything is affected. Everything is connected. Everything's affected with this stuff. So maybe that's why they're doing the price gouging and trying to bullshit people. Maybe like those bronze were supposed to go to a comic shop.
And maybe that's what the comic shop was going to charge for him.
Could be. So it shows you how these things. That's one speculation, but I think it's a pretty safe bet.
It's just absurd, though. It's absurd.
Yep.
But yeah.
I mean,
what are you going to do? What are you going to do?
That's part of the stuff I want to talk about tomorrow, about how these companies. not just the woke ones, but the ones that are making these type of decisions and why all of our entertainment's getting hurt. So yeah, for those who want to tune in, yeah, tomorrow around 5 p.m. we're doing the Friday Underground stream, and yeah, we're going to get into some of that. It's kind of crazy, but yeah, I'm going to talk about comics, toys, some of the entertainment sphere, and why things are turning all poisonous. So yeah, that's some of what we're going to hit, and then a little bit more of the really crazy stuff when we're on Rumble about what's going on in the world, including Grok. And what Grok just did before they
should
before it's going to Grok 4, Grok 3, it was going out in a blaze of glory, going super base. So pretty great,
awesome stuff.
Hell yeah, man.
But I think that's just about it, right?
Yep.
All right,
good, man.
Awesome.
Tommy, it was a blast.
Oh, man. Always a pleasure. Always a pleasure. I had a good time, as always. Thank you to every single person that has been watching across the platforms. I hope that you had a good time. Remember, we do this every Thursday, 8:30 p.m. Always different toys every single week, too, so you don't have to worry about popping in and seeing us doing the same toys over and over. That doesn't happen here. But, guys, thank you so much for being here. You could have spent your time anywhere. You chose to spend it here with us, and it is greatly appreciated. Remember, go ahead and subscribe to people's channels on YouTube and stuff like that. We hate YouTube, but we want to give them the middle finger. This pig wants to hit 2,000 subs just to give YouTube the big middle finger, because they've been trying to keep me from getting there for many years now. And I just want to see it pass it just so I could just give them another freaking FU video, because dirty, rotten, no good so-and-sos. I've got screenshots of the dirty games that they've been playing with me for over the past couple months, and I am sick of it. I just want to get there just to spite them and everything they've done to cock block me along the way. It's not nice. It's specious. You're picking on a pig. Shame on you people.
This is true.
But Vinny, thank you. Thank you to Adam and Slasher. Shifty for always popping in when he can. I know he's busy this week. He had to be on. He was, he didn't have to be, but he's helping another creator out with their channel and stuff that they're doing. So appreciate all the time he spends here. And Trina, I hope you're resting up and recovering on your sabbatical, and we look forward to hopefully getting you back after this is all said and done. And guys, we hope that you have a good one. Any last words, Vinny?
Yeah. Remember to back and support us all. We got awesome creators out here. We got Chris Fisk with Infinitel Chronicles. His campaign's still running, so go grab some awesome work over there. I have some artwork that's on there. And check out some of my product. Go hit the links. I get the link tree with all that great stuff out there in the description. Yeah, we got beautiful books, and I'm painting right now the pages for City of Venus 2. All the pencil and inks are done, and I'm just kind of cranking away and making sure they get all these beautiful pages painted up nicely for you guys and girls, because it's a much bigger book than the first one, and I am looking forward for everyone to enjoy this one once I'm ready to launch it. So keep an eye out soon.
I'm sure you're looking forward to the fingers to stop cramping. All the work.
My wrist. I sound like a transformer there.
You know what? I can help you out. I mean, it is kind of like Collectable Past, so maybe I can let you borrow my dad's old shake weight. Maybe that'll help the rest.
No, you got to send that over to Tollbat. Tollbat needs that. He's practicing in the closet with that.
Oh, no.
These are jokes. We love you guys. It don't matter which you prefer or whatever, but whatever. Speaking of which, yeah, go check out Tollbat and Slasher. They're getting it on together over. They're playing video games over on their channel later.
Yeah, man. Always doing the retro stuff, Slasher and Tollbat. Tollbat does a lot of Doom stuff along with, a lot of the other older games him and Slasher have been playing. A lot of fun. You just never know what that crazy lizard's going to say. Everybody, have an awesome one. We'll see you next time.
Peace.
You better run, Mojito.
You what? I thought you said don't move.
That was before. Now, you run. Adios, amigo.